Hey everyone, welcome to the crochet tutorial for my everyday tank top. I'm making this tank in a size medium, but there's a written pattern from sizes extra small to 3 extra large. The link will be in the description box. This tank can easily be adjusted to any length by just increasing the number of the foundation chain. As for tools, you need a hashtag fingering weight yarn. I use 2 1/3 skein for a size medium, a 4mm crochet hook, scissors, yarn needle and a tape measure. To begin, make a slip knot and then make a chain of 59. Flip your work, yarn over and into the second chain's back bump. We're going to work 1 half double crochet and into the next back bump work another half double crochet. Continue and work your way across, and I'll meet you guys back when we have just 1 chain remaining unworked. So we have 1 chain remaining unworked, so into the back bump we're going to be working 2 half double crochets. So we're going to be making an increase of 1 stitch. So this is the end of row 1. To begin row 2, chain 1, turn your work, and into the first stitches back loop, work 2 half double crochets. Continue into the next stitch and work 1 half double crochet into the back loop. Continue working back loop half double crochets and work your way across. So we're at the end of row 2. So work 1 half double crochet into the last stitches back loop, chain 1, turn your work, and then into the first stitches back loop, work 1 half double crochet. Continue and work your way across, and I'll meet you guys back when we get to the last stitch so we can work our increase again. So we're almost at the end of row 3. So into the last stitch we're going to be working 2 half double crochets. So we're going to repeat row 2 and row 3 for row 4 to row 7, and I'll meet you guys back. So we're here and ready to work our increase. So we're going to be working 1 and we're going to be working 2. So this is the end of row 7. So to begin row 8, chain 1, turn your work, and then into the first stitches back loop we're going to be working 3 half double crochets. Okay, so we worked an increase of 2 stitches, so go on and work into the back loop of the next stitch 1 half double crochet, So continue and work your way across, and I'll meet you guys back when we get to the end of the row. So we're at the end. So work one back loop half double crochet into the last stitch. Chain 1, turn your work. To begin row 9, you're going to back loop half double crochet into the first stitch, and then work your way across until you have one stitch remaining, so we can work our increase. So we are at the end of row 9, so we're going to be working 3 back loop half double crochets into the last stitch, work 1, and then work 2, and then work 3. So this is the end of row 9, so we're going to repeat row 8 and row 9 for row 10 to row 13. And I'll meet you guys back. So we're at the end of row 13. So into the last stitches back loop, we're going to work 3 half double crochets into that stitch. So work 1, work 2, and then work 3. So okay, so you guys can see how we got that curve. We worked 2 increases and then we worked 1 increase, so it gave us that curve. So next up, chain 29, okay, once you have 29 chained up, yarn over into the second stitch, work 1 half double crochet, into the next one, work another half double crochet. So we're working for the strap now, so continue and work your way across the chains. Okay, so when you get to this point, just work half double crochet into the back loop of the stitches and work your way across into the back loops. Work 1 half double crochet in each stitch and work your way across. So this is the end of row 14. So to begin row 15, chain 1, turn your work, and then work 1 half double crochet into the back loop of the first stitch, and then in each stitch across. So end of row 15. So we're going to repeat row 15 for row 16 to row 18, but then we're going to meet when we have 23 stitches remaining for row 19. So I've got 23 stitches remaining, so we're going to be working a decrease into the next stitches back loop, insert your hook, into the next back loop, insert your hook, then into the next back loop, insert your hook. At this point, you should have 5 stitches on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 3 loops, and then yarn over, pull through 3. So we've worked a decrease. This is the end of row 19. So to begin row 20, chain 1, turn your work, and then we're going to be working another decrease. So yarn over into the first stitches back loop, insert your hook, into the next back loop, insert your hook, into the next, insert your hook. So we're going to yarn over and pull through the first 3 loops, then yarn over, pull through 3. So into the next stitch, just work 1 back loop half double crochet. Continue and work your way across. So this is the end of row 20. So to begin row 21, chain 1, turn your work, and then into the first stitches back loop, work 1 half double crochet. Continue onto the next stitch, work another half double crochet. Continue and work your way across, and I'll meet you guys back when we have just 3 stitches remaining, so we can work our decrease. So I have 3 stitches remaining unworked, so yarn over, into the next stitch's back loop, insert your hook, into the stitch after that, insert your hook, then into the back loop of the last stitch, insert your hook. You should have 5 loops on your hook now. Yarn over, pull through 3, then yarn over, pull through 3. So this is the end of row 21. We're going to repeat row 20 and row 21 for row 22 to row 29, but I'll meet you guys back when we have 3 stitches remaining for row 29 so we can work the next step. So almost at the end of row 29, we have 3 stitches remaining, but we're not going to be working any decrease, just going to continue putting 1 back loop half double crochet in each stitch. So this is the end of row 29. So we're going to begin increasing. This is the midpoint. So chain 1, turn your work, and then into the first stitch's back loop, we're going to be working 3 half double crochets into the back loop of that stitch. So work 1, and then work 2, go back into the same back loop and work 3. So we're going to move on to the next stitch and work 1 back loop half double crochet into the next stitch. Continue and work your way across. So this is the end of row 30. So to begin row 31, chain 1, turn your work, and into the first stitch's back loop, work 1 back loop half double crochet, continue and work your way across, and then when we get to the last stitch, I'll meet you guys back so we can work our increase at that end. So back and ready for us to work our increase. Into the back loop of the last stitch, we're going to work 3 half double crochets into that stitch. So this is the end of row 31. So we're going to repeat row 30 and row 31 for row 32 to row 39. So we're at the end of row 39. We're going to be working 3 half double crochets into the back loop of the last stitch. Okay, so this is the end of row 39. To begin row 40, chain 22. So once you've got 22 chained up, turn your work, and then into the second chain from the hook, work 1 half double crochet into the chain. Work your way across the entire chain. And once you get to this point, continue putting back loop half double crochets in each stitch. Continue and work your way across. So this is the end of row 40. To begin row 41, chain 1, turn your work. Into the first stitch's back loop, work 1 half double crochet, continue and work your way across. So this is the end of row 41. So we're going to repeat row 41 for row 42 to row 44. So we're at the end of row 44. So to begin row 45, chain 1, turn your work, back loop half double crochet into the first stitch, and continue and work your way until you have 30 stitches remaining. Okay, I'm back and have got 30 stitches remaining. So we're going to be working a decrease of 2 stitches. So yarn over into the next stitches back loop, and into the next stitches back loop, and into the next stitches back loop. You should have 5 loops on your hook now. Yarn over, pull through 3, then yarn over, pull through 3. So this is the end of row 45. So to begin row 46, chain 1, turn your work, and then we're going to be working on the set of decrease. So yarn over into the next stitches back loop, insert your hook, into the next stitches back loop, insert your hook, into the next stitches back loop, insert your hook. You should have 5 loops on your hook now. Yarn over, pull through the first 3 loops on your hook, then yarn over, pull through 3. So continue and work your way across. Continue putting 1 back loop half double crochet in each stitch and work your way across. So we're at the end of row 46. Into the last stitch, work 1 back loop half double crochet. Then to begin row 47, chain 1, turn your work, and into the first stitches back loop, work 1 back loop half double crochet, and continue and work your way across until you have 3 stitches remaining. So we are almost at the end of row 47. We have 3 stitches remaining. Into the next stitches back loop, insert your hook, yarn over first, into the next stitches back loop, insert your hook, and into the last stitches back loop, insert your hook. You should have 5 loops on your hook now. Yarn over, pull through 3, then yarn over, pull through 3. So this is the end of row 47. We're going to repeat row 46 and row 47 for row 48 to row 50. So we're at the end of row 47. So to begin row 50, sorry. So to begin row 51, chain 1, turn your work, into the first stitches back loop, work 1 half double crochet, into the next stitches back loop, work 1 half double crochet, continue and work your way across until you have 2 stitches remaining this time. Okay, so we have 2 stitches remaining. So yarn over into the next stitches back loop, insert your hook, into the last stitches back loop, insert your hook, then yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over, pull through 3. So this is the end of row 51. So to begin row 52, chain 1, turn your work. We're going to be working another set of decrease. So yarn over into the next stitches back loop, insert your hook, into the next stitches back loop, insert your hook. You should have 4 loops on your hook now. Yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over, pull through 3. So into the next stitch, work 1 back loop half double crochet, continue and work your way across for the entire stitches of the row. So we're at the end of row 52. So we're going to repeat row 51 and row 52 for row 53 to row 57 and fasten off. So we're almost at the end of row 57. Into the next stitches, yarn over into the next stitches back loop, into the next stitches back loop, 4 loops on your hook now, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3, chain 1, and cut a yarn. Next step would be to seam the sides together. So overlap your work in such a way that you're joining a row that ends with the front of HDC to a row that starts with the back of HDC, so it looks seamless. So we're going to be seaming using the matcha stitch. I like to think of this as the shoelace stitch because it looks like you're lacing up your shoes. So into the top loops from inside to outside of one panel, and then into the top loops from inside to outside of the other panel. The 2 top loops inside to outside, then for the other panel inside to outside. So next up, seam the straps together using the matcha stitch also. So find loops to go into. Make sure to go in through 2 loops or even 3. Don't go in through 1 because it makes your work sloppy and not firm. So go in through, just find 2 loops of yarn to go in through inside to outside and seam the 2 top straps together. As you can see, I go in through 2, find 2, yes, so going through 2, because if you're going through 1, I don't know, like, I don't like the look of it. It doesn't look neat to me, so, and it's not firm, so going through 2 or even 3 loops of yarn. So I'm done seaming. You can see it looks neat and flat and firm. So this is what the sides look seamed together. You almost can't tell, except if you look closely. But if you don't crochet, you probably couldn't be able to tell. so it looks almost invisible. For the next step, make a slip knot, and please make sure to turn your top right side out, because we're going to be working a row of slip stitches around the neckline and around the armholes. So insert your hook into the top stitch. When you join the straps, pull through and chain one. This chain one counts as a stitch, and then we're going to be inserting our hook into the first stitch and making a slip stitch. So continue and work your way across the strap. So when you get to this point, what I did was I found a way to work evenly. So what I did was I worked the the back loops that I worked into, and then into the stitch itself. So one slip stitch into the stitch itself, and then one slip stitch into the back loop, but then find a way to go in through 2 loops of yarn for when you worked into the back loop of the stitch when you were working the stitch. I don't know, it's hard to explain. And then move on to the next stitch, work 1 slip stitch into the stitch itself, and then into the back loop, kind of when you worked into the back loop to make the stitch. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but then if you look closely you can see what I'm doing. So yes, and then make the slip stitch, and then into the stitch itself make a slip stitch, and then you can see how I do it. I find a way to go in through loops, but then I'm going into the back loop from when I worked the back loop to make the stitch. It's hard to explain, but then I hope you guys understand it. So just make sure to slip stitch evenly. So we're almost done working this particular armhole. So just when you continue for the rest of the stitches, then when you get to the end, just slip stitch into the first chain one that you made when you began, and then fasten off. So repeat the row of slip stitches for the other armhole in the neckline and fasten off, weaving the ends, and then you're done.